So, ladies and gentlemen, the skill that I have here, I can see customer ID, I can see customer's name, I can see sales, quantity sold, and then profit. And then by the side here, somebody as an interview question comes and gives you this kind of data. And then he tells you, I want you to look for one customer called 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐞𝐬. And this one customer returned three things. Tell me what their sales are, tell me what their quantity sold are, and how much profit we get from this customer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a lookup function. Who can talk to me and tell me in this lookup function, which lookup function do you think am I going to use here? Should I use ℎlookup or should I use, in this case here, 𝑉lookup? Let me just come to the customers' names that are here. So what do you think shall we use here? Shall we use 𝑉lookup or ℎlookup? Hey, you great ninjas. Hey, you great ninjas. Shall we use 𝑉lookup or ℎlookup? Who are these ninjas who are not really loud? I've never seen ninjas who are too quiet. You know, ninja is all about war. If you're too quiet, you will be beaten very fast. So should I use a ℎlookup or should I use 𝑉lookup? And then I can see now charts have started coming in. Charts have started coming in. Charts have started coming in. All right. 𝑉lookup, Juliana, you are always a good student, Juliana. So we have in this case here, the names of the customers are arranged here. These customers are arranged in column format. These are vertical. Vertical, you know, vertically. Vertically means the way you walk. You know, you walk vertically. Not unless you're another one, you don't walk horizontally. We walk vertically. Tumesimama namna hii. So kama column ya nyumba. So this is a vertical lookup. However, ladies and gentlemen, that is not what I want to teach you here tonight. I'm going to take only 10 minutes of your time, 10 minutes of your time to teach you something very special, what we call the 𝐿ookup. I love 𝐿ookup because 𝐿ookup is non-directional. 𝐿ookup is non-directional. I can use it always, anytime, without wondering whether this is vertical or whether it's horizontal. 𝐿ookup is the in thing. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what we are going to do. I can see a chart coming here. Could you share the data? Yes, I'll share the data, but Juliana, this time round, what I want to do, Juliana, this time round, is to do the 𝐿ookup from the beginning to the end without giving you data first of all. And then I'll be able to give you data. Once I give you data, I will tell you to share your screen. And if you are able to share your screen, and then you are able to do exactly what I do, you get 1,000 bob. Does that sound like a good plan? Because I would want to see memory retention. I would want to see confidence that even if I've understood nothing, I'm going to hang onto the mwalimu's screen. I'm going to share onto his screen until I understand and until I get 1,000 bob. So who is then a fast learner? That's what we're trying to, and of course everybody. So long as, especially if I've heard that there is money involved. You know, there are students I love so much. They'll tell you that so long as there is money involved, I'll have to get that concept. Even the one who sleeps most of the times, atule zubaa. Sasa akisikia pesa sasa atafunguka macho. Right? All right. So umesema mwalimu, that's a deal. That's a deal. That's a deal. And of course in my class hakuna yote ambayo ni zubaa. Pesa ni pesa. Pesa ni mzuri. So now they are ready. They are ready and keen enough in this case here to get 1,000 bob. 1,000 bob is at stake here. So then these guys, what have they given me? These guys, what have they given me? These guys, what have they given me? What they have given me, these guys, ladies and gentlemen, they have given me the customer name, and then they want me to return sales, quantity sold, and the profit. Very easy. I love 𝐿ookup because even 𝐿ookup, in most cases, I can apply it even without locking nothing. They're trying to simplify really 𝐿ookup. You know, it came as a beta version, but nowadays they are really refining this 𝐿ookup. And I can foresee a situation where this 𝐿ookup will be able to work without locking up totally in the near future. in the near future. Of course, there are situations you have lock, which I'll be able to show you, but in most cases, XLOOKUP, you can do it without locking up even nothing. So then we have, in this case here, some people are speaking loudly in the house, but we shall overcome. So we have here XLOOKUP. So you see XLOOKUP, you see XLOOKUP. So the next thing they want us to give them here is lookup value. What are we looking up for? What are we looking up for? What are we looking up for here? So we are looking up for the customer who is known as Army Hunt. I'll only choose one customer. I'm not locking anything because this is XLOOKUP freestyle. So then I'll be able to come and say comma there. You can see here. What is the return array? No. We've started here with lookup value, sorry. Lookup value is Army Hunt. From there, then we have what we call the lookup array. You see, where is a, you know, this is just like a soldier. A soldier, when you pick, in this case here, your line, when you pick your line, that this is the line that you're walking, this is the line that you are moving around, not around, but straight, a straight line. You can't take anyone's line. You can't take anyone's line. So here you are matching on your line. Whenever it comes to lookup array, ladies and gentlemen, you have picked here Army Hunt, who is in the customer name. Then what you'll do for the array here, the array you can't select many. You'll come to customer name here, because now Army Hunt is amongst these customers. So you'll come to the customer name, and then you do what here? You select everything under customer name. So Control Shift, down arrow. You can see I've been able to select all the customer names as the array. So in this case here, the array, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot pick everything here, especially this lookup array. If I've picked one customer, then I'll only have one column for the customer name, and then I'll be able to say comma there. Now, after saying comma, ladies and gentlemen, I can see my thing here for return array. After lookup array, now they want me to return. What do they want me to return? They want me to give them the sales. They want me to give them the quantity sold. They want me to give them the profit, 3 things. So for the return array, of course, as you're going to see, ladies and gentlemen, return array, you can capture now many things that you want to be returned for one particular item. So in this case here, I'm going to put my cursor there. Then I say Control Shift. I say right arrow. I'm still holding on to Control Shift. I say down arrow. When I say down arrow there, I can see one problem. You see here, I had only copied up to Zuchu, Donatelli. Here, no grand total. But you see, this thing is going to grand total. So it means I have to take this one step back. How do I take this one step back? I'm still holding on to Control Shift. What I will do, I will lift my hand, lift my finger off Control, and then I'll be left holding on to Shift alone. So as I'm holding on to Shift alone, I'll be able to just press one step back to be able to get into this case here, identical data sizes. So now you can see here for the sales, quantity sold, profit, I've only been able to go up to here. Now you can see my data size for this and this are the same. Ladies and gentlemen, what I will do, I will come here and close brackets there. And after I close brackets, then I'll be able to say enter there. So when I say enter, what am I seeing, ladies and gentlemen? As I repeat, I would want to repeat this, not once, but severally. What I'm seeing here is a great situation that Army Hunt have been able to know how much sales she made, how many units she sold, and what profit. So what I need to do for the other gentlemen and ladies here, I'll simply need to come and take this thing down like that, and I'll be able to get everything regarding them. I'll be able to get everything regarding them. I'm not giving you the 1,000 bob to punish you. I would want you guys to understand. So before I share this data with you, is there anybody who is saying, Mwalimu, repeat this thing one more time? Repeat this thing one more time. Repeat this thing one more time. Anybody who is saying, Mwalimu, repeat this thing one more time? Or are you comfortable I send to you the data so they can start competing? Somebody who is saying, Mwalimu, repeat one more time. Repeat one more time. So we have XLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, and HLOOKUP, yes. But of course, we're going to settle for XLOOKUP because of its simplicity. XLOOKUP is, there is nothing like, for XLOOKUP, there is nothing like curly brackets, do whatever. It's a straightforward thing. Sylvia, you shall like this. Then we have advanced Excel. Why did you pick, didn't you pick Why didn't you pick the whole column? I picked, no. Here I'll be able, you'd want a situation where you have like column A being identical in terms of sizes. Here you can see the grand total. There are things that which are not matching. There are things which are not matching. Good question. You shall be able to get this. Repeat. Thank you so much. So let me repeat this abracadabra. It's called abracadabra. It's called abracadabra. So it's very easy. So what I'm doing here, they've asked me information about 𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵. So I'll come and say equals. Now repeating slowly. Don't bring VLOOKUPs here. Don't bring HLOOKUPs here. So now we are using XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP. So it's already there. Then I'll be guided. I'm being guided by this thing. I'm being guided by this thing. So the next thing, ladies and gentlemen, they would want me to do here is to come and by the way, this time around, I think the morning session, no, the evening session, a lady got 500. No, I think I should block ladies, to get this money tonight. I think this belongs to the boy child. Let's first of all agree that this competition, because already a lady won in the evening session, this competition is for gentlemen alone. Let's agree. Let's agree. So nobody should feel aggrieved. Let's agree that this competition is only for men. The boy child. Let's agree. Are we in agreement? Are we in agreement that this is for the boy child? I hope nobody will feel bad. It should be for the boy child alone. We shall overcome, right? We shall overcome. Okay. Okay. Okay, then let's be fair. Then every gender will participate. Let's be keen, all of us. Let's be very keen, all of us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm doing. You see, it's XLOOKUP. That one I'm so sure everybody has been able to see. XLOOKUP. And then we have, in this case here, I'm following this. Lookup value. What is it that you're looking for? I'm looking for a customer that this guy thinks I'll not get, called 𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵. After I do that, I'm following this. So we have, in this case here, comma. Next is lookup array. So the lookup array, this is the only thing that disturbs people. Lookup array, if I'm searching for 𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵 who is under customer name, I'll just go and pick all the customer names that we have. So we have here customer name. So you pick from here, Control Shift. I know this is what will disturb so many guys here. This thing of Control Shifting. So Control Shift, I'm holding this using my 2 fingers of the left hand, and then I drop this thing down very fast. I'm able to go all the way up to Zuchu Donatelli, which is row number 693. Row number 693, we have gone up to Zuchu Donatelli. And then, ladies and gentlemen, in this case here, I'm not locking nothing. I love this. So I say comma, and then I'm being guided. Remember, lookup value, lookup array. We've been able to go. So from there, we have the return array. If they only wanted sales, then I would have copied this sales column. But now they want me to return these 3 things. So they want me, ladies and gentlemen, to return this sales. So Control Shift. And then east arrow, the arrow to the other side, right? So east arrow like that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we take the arrow down, the arrow towards your stomach, we go down like that. I'm so sure this one will disturb some of you, because you can see the other column up to Zuchu Donatelli, it is to 693. And this one is going to the grand total, which is 694. So I can see a mismatch here, but there is no worry. What I need to do is just to hold on Shift alone. And then in this case here, I press this navigation arrow against my stomach. It goes up, the up arrow, the north arrow, like that. And then I come and close the bracket here. I come and close the bracket there. And then I should be able to do what here? To enter. And once I enter, ladies and gentlemen, now I can go up slowly here. And then I will be able to do something nice. I shall be able to come here, and I shall be able to drop this down like this. I forgot to drop this down up to William Brown. Great. Now I'm done. I hope with this repetition, now somebody is comfortable. Now somebody akitoa uoga kidogo, somebody should be comfortable. If somebody in this case here can remove fear out of the way, now we should be able to get, somebody will be able to get this 1,000. So are they ready? I share. Are they ready? I share this X lookup table. Are they ready now? I'm so sure the fearful students, most of them will keep on telling me now, mwalimu, again, repeat, 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 half. Okay. If I don't know, Caroline, it will be 1,000. This is 1,000 shillings you're giving to this ninja. Kirudio apara, Sylvia. Itakuwa too much. Itakuwa too much. It is confidence you love. You like, you lack. So what I want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to share this data here. And then I would really, really love to give out this money to that student who will be able to just showcase their prowess by sharing their screens. So here I am with XLOOKUP. Here I am with XLOOKUP, which I've been able to share. So just open the workbook, open the workbook, open the workbook, and go straight away to the XLOOKUP worksheet. You go straight away. All right, I hope somebody has seen it. I hope somebody has seen it. I promised you it was only to be 10 minutes. I'm already through. It was to be only 10 minutes. I'm already through. I'm already through. So I'm only expecting a good ninja to open up there. All right. So we have Advanced Excel is already with us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Advanced Excel has shared. So Advanced Excel, man, enable editing first. Enable editing. I don't want to be unfair to you. Enable editing up there. So you can't get my money easily just like that by just cramming things. No. I want you to go to column G4, where we have the customer ID. And then using XLOOKUP, return the customer ID of Amihant. I give you 1,000, Bob. Return the customer ID of Amihant. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This guy is a genius. I can show you. Why are you putting a 0 there? You've done a very good job. Why are you putting a 0 there? There is nothing like false here. Let's see. Go up a little bit. Just scroll up. Yes. And then now you can now take this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's clap for this young man. Let's clap for this young man. This young man is a genius, I can assure you. And as we clap for him, can you kindly put your number down here? Put your number down here. This young, I hope he's a young man. I don't know why he calls himself Advanced Excel. He's a brilliant young man. Given that he or she hammered, oh, okay, great, great. Yeah, this guy deserves more than even 1,000. This guy is a ninja. This guy is a ninja. He's a ninja. So this is Ahmed. So Ahmed is one who has gotten what I would call a jackpot. A jackpot in my class. 0794, 0794, 79, 22, 22, 79, 22, 42. So we have Ahmadiyya, 1,000, Bob. That's very good of you, Ahmed. So courageous of you. Many guys in an interview, given high adrenaline levels, they would not have done what you've done. Power. Oh, you have. Can somebody? Do we have Paul? Do we have Paul in this room? Do we have Paul in this room? Can Paul, in this case, or any other good Samaritan like Paul, share this document in WhatsApp? Share this document in WhatsApp. So we have in this case here OS Ruto that I would want you to go and now return for 𝐴𝐵𝐻𝑢nt. You return the sales, quantity sold, and the profit. You ask a question, please ask again. At times I don't get to see them. Please ask again. These things are too much. You know, Paris, unlike you ladies, we men cannot multitask very well. We men cannot multitask very well. Actually, when many times, I'm able to tell my wife at times, don't ask me so many things at the same time. Or you enjoy my teaching approach. Great. I teach advanced FR. I teach advanced FM. I teach, which one? BDA, Business Data Analytics. Great. Max Miller Onyando. Max Miller Onyando, you would have gotten some money, but how do you put a small a small o before Onyando? Onyando is a big name, should be capital O. All my students, whenever they go to any Zoom meetings, they need to know how to name themselves very well. XLOOKUP. Is it internet, which is okay? Yeah. So lookup value, it's 𝐴𝐵𝐻𝑢nt. We are not going to. Great. So from there, we have lookup array. Lookup array. It's under the customer. Yes. Because 𝐴𝐵𝐻𝑢nt is part of the customers. Up to Zuchu. Zuchu, this lady sings a lot, but to me, she makes noise, you know, as we love those music, which makes sense. So we are now returning a sales up to profit, and then down. It will highlight even the grand totals. And then now you will be able to go down one step. Thank you so much. You close bracket, and there you are. Now, then you should be able to go and pull that thing down. From there, you pull it down. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you see now the good thing with XLOOKUP. You see, if it's a VLOOKUP, it can't return the customer ID. You can't move left. You know, VLOOKUP is always a right thing. You can't move left. But you see, XLOOKUP is a genius tool. Like now in this case here, OS Ruto, please go and look for the customer ID for 𝐴𝐵𝐻𝑢nt. Customer ID for 𝐴𝐵𝐻𝑢nt. So equals XLOOKUP. It's still 𝐴𝐵𝐻𝑢nt, who is our customer, comma. So we go back to all the customers. No, not customer ID. The customer ID is the return. Remember, that's the return array. That's what you want returned. It is under customer name. You're still under 𝐴𝐵𝐻𝑢nt. Yes. Customer name. Click there. Click customer name. Okay, and then now take it down. List. Go down with the list of all the customers. Great. Comma. Now from there we have the return array. I hope you are following what we have there. The return array now, it is the customer ID. If you don't mind, go and pick the customer ID, because now you're returning the customer ID. So pick the whole of it. Pick the whole. It has picked grand total. You have to be very. Thank you. Now you can close brackets and then you say enter. You can now close brackets and then you say enter, and then you should be able to go back there. And then now you highlight. Great. Thank you so much. You're a brilliant student. Thank you so much. But unfortunately, even with that good work, you're not going to get any present. That's unfortunate, but your day is coming, you know. Your day is coming. Great. This guy is called Ahmed. Yeah, he has already gotten this. Thank you so much. So can I get another student, in this case here, sharing? It doesn't matter whether you have not understood. Like, you know, Ben Rogers, I think I've not given him any present of late. So now Ben Rogers nowadays does not want to share even nothing with us. Max Miller Onyando, great. So now we are looking for, great. Actually, she had even started the sales, but I would want you to start from scratch. Click on that. You escape or you do whatever. Now we start from beginning. So there we are with Max Miller. 𝐂𝐿ookup. Ala, umeamua tu kuweka lookup kama ile ya ala, wewe ujeka 𝐂𝐿ookup Max Miller. Umesahau wapi X wewe Max Miller? Max Miller. Umeweka ile ya luku. Tuanze vizuri. 𝐂𝐿ookup, yes. All right. So it's about a customer called Amihunt, comma. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you should be able to go to the list of all the customers. You have to scroll a little bit, yes. So customer name, Control Shift, hit the down arrow until we go to Zuchu Donatelli. That's very good. Then comma. And then now we are looking at what is it that these guys want returned. Remember, I'm following that formula. There is a formula there. I don't know whether you can point to it. There is a formula there which basically, yes, for students to see, yes. So the next, the one that is deep black there is return array. So return array, I want the sales, quantity sold, profit. So I'll be able to say there, ladies and gentlemen, in this case here, you first of all select sales and then Control Shift left arrow, the right arrow, I mean, and then of course the down arrow. But it has taken the grand total. So you can either do it manually or great. You are a good ninja as well. So close brackets there. Ninja is late. My good ninja is late today. We shall overcome. But I know it's not your mistake. I know it's not your mistake. So have you closed brackets there? Maximilian Onyando, I've never taught this lady, but she seems to be very good. I've never taught this lady in my entire lifetime. This is the first time I'm getting her in Excel. Why are you not closing brackets and you hit enter? Max Miller, or is your computer hanged? Has your computer hanged? Yeah, enter. Great. Now go back there. Go back there. Go back there. Go back there. Yes. What are you doing now? Yes. Oh. So 577.49. Put your cursor there. Yeah, put your cursor there. And then in this case here, get to, you haven't yet clicked on it. Yes. Now get to that rabbit's cage. Okay, great. Thank you so much. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. So then we have my best, very best ninja, this guy called Rogers. Even if you are late, Rogers, you have some document there with you. I would want you to share your screen, and then we get in this case here to discuss. And then, as a gentleman, I would want to meet you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I don't know. Of course, I'll be teaching you, given like now in the evening, tomorrow we have a session, and some students will be having AFM. That time they'll be having AFM. So see now those students that need to also finish this syllabus, we need like some extra time with them. So I don't know what time is good with you guys. Can we like wake up tomorrow morning very early? For it can't be for everybody. The session that I'll be doing at night, because you can't get the time, you know. We just wake up very early. I'll only do one concept for like an hour. Then I don't teach so many things, remember. But by the time we do like next week, if you guys can just get my approach of teaching and of course this sacrifice we're doing, by end of next week, you guys will be superstars. You will be surprised what Excel is able to do. Those 𝐂𝐿ookups, you may not be able to know why we are studying them, but you'll be surprised what this thing can do. When it comes to building financial statements, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised. I saw some guy did it. Share back, Max Miller. Share back. Share back. Share back your screen. Share back your screen. So I think I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. The students who have already understood, you guys can now run away. Ndio siku tunalala, wewe usikaiambia big ninja kama mimi story kama hiyo. Hiyo sasa ukiambia big ninja story kama hiyo ni teke, virtual teke, the whips, papa. So kama hapo kwa customer ID, so customer ID useme equals, yeah, you're looking for the customer ID. Of course, in this case here, 𝐂𝐿ookup. I think it's your internet. You can tab there. You can double click there. You can tab there. 𝐂𝐿ookup. All right. So what is the lookup value? You want to get the customer ID for 𝐂𝐴MIHunt. So still it's 𝐂𝐴MIHunt who is the benchmark. So you highlight 𝐂𝐴MIHunt. Go to 𝐂𝐴MIHunt slowly. We are not panicking at all. In this class, nobody panics. Go to 𝐂𝐴MIHunt. Click on her. I think 𝐂𝐴MIHunt must be a lady. I think 𝐂𝐴MIHunt must be a lady. Oye, Max Miller, you're not able to see H4. 𝐂𝐴MIHunt, H4. And no, you can't go to this other table first. H4. Oh, may drop. H4. Evening is okay from 4. I'll even do 3 classes, Lois. I'll do 3. I would want to do morning, do evening 4, do night. I would want to do as many classes as possible tomorrow, just covering the same concept so that all of us can be good. So that from now next week, I should be able to start building. What do you mean that we activate? Already we have those videos. We have those videos. Or are you talking about, okay, I know now what you're talking about, like last semester's Excel, then that's a very good idea. That's a very good idea. But again, Joyce, I'm not far away from finishing. I'm not far away from finishing. You'll be surprised. I'm not far away from finishing. The moment you start seeing us doing these X lookups, now next is to show you like how do we use these ifs to build P and L, how do we do this match and index to do this, and then we are done. But again, as per your advice there, I'll be able to really do this. Yeah, I can see in this case here, we have Ben Roger. Power BI is a one lesson thing because I'm not going to the DAX. I'm not doing DAX. With the automation now, with the automation AI, DAX, I don't have to do DAX. That one now will be taken care of by this AI thing. So this lady called Max Miller, she asked a question and she dropped. Can somebody in this case here share his or her screen? I don't want to open mine. Great, I've even gotten it. I've even now gotten it. I have gotten this. No, it's Max Miller who is sharing and I'm saying I've gotten it. Okay, so delete that G8, delete G8. Delete G8, I hope you can delete it. G8. Okay, so start again, no worries. So equals X lookup. So what are we looking up for? It's 𝐂𝐴MIHunt. Great, comma. So then we ask ourselves, where does our 𝐂𝐴MIHunt fall in that range? So come to this big range where we have customer name, and then you pick that entire column because you're still talking about 𝐂𝐴MIHunt. Pick the entire column, Control Shift down. Great. And then now, comma, after comma, whatever we are looking up for is the ID. The customer ID. The return array is the customer ID. So that one, Control Shift down arrow, Control Shift down arrow. First click here, then Control Shift down arrow, Control Shift down arrow. Don't forget here, the grand total. Do away with that grand total, take that thing up a little bit. Or you want to do it manually? Okay, no problem. All right, close brackets, and then you hit enter. You take it to heavens. Hit enter, and then you take this to heavens. And then, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. So you should be able to go back and you should be able to scroll these down. Not unless there is another question, ladies and gentlemen. I beg to disappear because I have always trained myself to sleep at exactly 10 for many years. I beg to disappear. Please exercise. And I don't have a problem, by the way. Most of you have never understood this, Mwalimu. Most of you don't know why I call myself a ninja. I've never gotten any student telling me, Mwalimu, please, I've not been able to understand this concept. Let's get into a meeting and then we discuss this. I always create time. Like now, tomorrow, I'll be free in the morning. I'll only go to church for an hour or two. I always go for the first mass. Yeah, Perisokoth, I would prefer 6 a.m. What do you think of 6 a.m. before we go to church? 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. That is the first class. The second class, in this case here, at 4 p.m. The third class, during our normal class now. And if possible, join all classes. If you have the time as a good ninja, join all classes. You'll always get some new concepts here. Great. Thank you so much, Onyando Maximila. Bye. Good night. See you tomorrow at 6 a.m. I hope I'll not find myself alone in that class. If I find myself alone in that class, I'll penalize you. And my penalty is very nice. As a ninja, I'll send you home to bring your parent, because I can only now talk to your parent. I'll send you home, you bring your parent. That's as a good ninja. 6 a.m. I won't find myself alone. Set alarm, please. Yes. Set alarm, yes. The very first student to join that class tomorrow, the very first student to join that class tomorrow gets 300 bob for breakfast. The very first student to set her feet or his foot into that class, first student, gets 300 bob. Yes. Thank you. Bye. Great. Hiyo ni yako, utaona utakuwa mwisho kuingia hapa.